Good morning to all. I am Dr.M.Kavitha, Assistant Professor, Department of History, the Standard Fireworks Rajaratnam College for Women, Sivagasi. Today I am going to take class on the subject History of Ancient India up to 1206 CE. My topic is Harappan civilization. The main objective of Harappan civilization, we discuss about features and history of discovery of Harappan culture, then important features of town planning and trade, then socio-economic political aspects of Indus Valley people, then discuss about seals and art and architecture of Indus Valley civilization or Harappan civilization. First, we can discuss about important historical significance of Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization, in 1920s, there was a change in India, not only in India, but it also in history of the world. In 1922, the R.D. Banerjee was discovered Mohenjo-daro at Punjab, Larkana district of Sindh. Next, 1922, Dr. R.B. Dayaram Sagini, Harappa, discovered at Montgomery district of Punjab. Then, these sites, both sites were now in Pakistan. The Indus Valley civilization, that is Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, founded in Indus River, known as Indus Valley civilization. Sir John Marshall called Indus Valley civilization is the oldest civilization in India. See, according to Indus Valley civilization, the people lived the standard of urban life and achieved its zenith of cultural, economic progress in 3000 years before the Jesus Christ. Then, the features of town planning and trade. So, remarkable town planning was done by Indus Valley people. Even though the ruins of cities, the display of remarkable skill of the people in town planning was, we understand about, they are health and they are given more important to sanitation and health issues. The main features of Indus Valley civilization, the cities with their wide and straight streets, efficient and covered drainage system. They also built structurally comfortable houses with bathrooms. They used the built materials or burnt bricks of various shapes. By these features, we know about Mohenjo-daro was the oldest planned city of the world. Then, roads. The main roads were constructed by proper manner. The straight course from north to south and east to west, which were intersecting at right angles. The roads were passed through the middle of the city from each side. They also given more importance to drainage system. The Indus people or Harappan people, the drainage system was very impressive. The main drains covered with bricks or stones ran below the streets and connected with the house drains. So, they also provision for periodical cleaning of soak pits and drains. So, by this we can understand Harappan people great intention to health and sanitation. Then they were built very spacious, having well, bathroom and a good system of covered drainage connected with the street. So, the houses were very proper manner. All the bricks were also regular size, but there were no windows. the light and air admitted to the doorway, through the doorway. So the construction of house consists of spacious hall and supported with 20 rectangular pillars. Each house had a bathroom on the side of street of the building. Next, one of the important aspects of Indus Valley civilization is the citadel and granaries. The cities were divided into two parts. The high ground was known as citadel, which contained public buildings such as storehouses for grain, important factories, workshops and great bath. In Harappan, there were 6 granaries. In Mohenjo-daro, largest granary was located which measured about 46 meters and 15 meters. So, it was the largest granary located in Mohenjo-daro. The grain was brought in boats and stored in the granaries. Great bath. The great bath is located in Mohenjo-daro. The tank had a broad platform attached with galleries and side rooms for changing clothes. So, the great bath we thought that related to the religious life of the temple, but they had no evidence for construction of temples near the path. House had its own brick-lined wells and excellent source of fresh water. Then trade. See, the Mohenjo-daro was an important trading centers. Harappan had commercial contacts with foreign countries through land and sea. Their seals, articles and art motifs were found in West Asia, Egypt, Sumer and Mesopotamia. They also introduced sexagesimal system and decimal system. So, the Indus people know about the measurement of the things. Then religious beliefs. The Indus people, they had no temple sites, but they worship of mother goddess. So, the discovery of numerous seals and earthen vessels having pictures of goddesses. By this we know about they are given more importance to nature goddess and great mother under various forms like Durga, Kali and Gauri. It's still prevalent in India. At the same time, the Indus people worship of Shiva also. The seals is found the image of 3-faced male deity sitting in yogic posture, his legs bent and surrounded by 4 animals, that is elephant, the tiger, the rhinoceros and buffalo. At the same time, Indus Valley civilization excavation, the people used 3 concepts associated with Lord Shiva, that is Tirumuk, 3-faced. Next Pasupati, the Lord of animals, then Yogeshwara or Mahayogi. The worship of Linga was mentioned in the seals. The seals Harappan made symbolic figures of the fertility cult and phallus, then Yoni. See, Yoni means we still see in the form of Sivalinga installed in the Saivate shrines. Then animal worship. During Indus people more concentrated on animals worship. There were 3 types of animals, that is mythical animals, ambiguous animals and actual animals. The mythical animals means nothing but semi-human or complex animals with the head of different attached to a central body. Ambiguous animals means like a strange unicorn. The pictures of actual animals we daily life, buffalo, gumbed bull, then elephant, tiger. Sometimes reference of seals The people worshipped birds also. So their sacred bird was dove. Then apart from that animals and birds, they worship various objects of nature, that is worship of tree, fire and water. The pipal tree was mostly represented on several seals. Some seals denotes the Indus people had a faith in amulets, swastika as a sacred symbol, then worship of fire and sun. So there was some similarities with the present day Hindu religion and Indus Valley civilization. For example, the worship of Mother Goddess, the worship of Shiva, Linga, pipal tree and animals. Then the great path is like a sacred tank. Then so Sir John Marshall, according to these evidences, Sir John Marshall told that Harappan evidence that Saivism is the oldest religion in India. Next, we can discuss about economic life of the people. The basic economic status was considered agriculture. Because the Indus Valley, Harappan and Mohenjo-daro civilization was found in Indus River. So Indus River was a fertile river. So Indus region also quite fertile. So the land was productive. There were facilities for irrigation. Then the regular cultivation of crops like wheat, barley and cotton. But no evidence were found for canals used for irrigation. People also involved in domestication of animals. The remains of animals and seals indicate people used buffalo, humped bull, camel, elephant and sheep. They also introduced small weights of slate and stones, which was used by goldsmith. The bronze scale has been found at Harappa. During the Harappan civilization, there were interested in great industrial and trading centers, which is located in Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Kalibangan, Surkatada and Lothal. Then people practiced all types of metalworks like gold, silver, bronze, copper, tin and lead. Another important unique feature of Indus civilization was pottery. The pottery was the important industry in Indus people. That is, they made of well-fired clay. The pottery had painted with pleasing designs, birds, animals and human figures. At the same time, they also trade contact with other countries, like Indus seals were found in Western Asia. So that time the Harappan age had knowledge of ships. Lothal had a very big dockyard. They also commercial contact by land and sea. So another important thing is some of the seals and articles, art motifs were found in West Asia and Egypt. By these evidences, we came to know that the Indus people had commercial contact with other countries, particularly in West Asia and Egypt. Then important means of communications and trade were small ships that was sailed from the port of Lothal. Sometimes they used bullock carts, chariots and animals like camel, donkey, elephant through land route. So these were the important of economic life of the Indus people or Harappan people. Then social life they had no caste system, but according to the professions grouping and formed the society. That is, there were 4 sectors or 4 groups of people lived in Harappa. The first group consists of priests, physicians and astrologers. The second group comprised warriors. The third group comprised traders, artisans and artists. The fourth group consists of peasants, fishermen, weavers, domestic servants, others. So these were the important aspects of groups, but they had no varnashrama sarma system and all. Then their main food was both non-vegetarian and vegetarian. Mainly they used wheat, barley and rice. Their dress code, both cotton and wool were used in dress. The men wore a piece of clothes round their loins and wrapper covering their left shoulder and passing below the right shoulder. Women wore skirts with a cloak as an extra protection covering arms and shoulders. See, both used two pieces of clothes. Next, they used various types of weapons. These weapons were made of bronze and copper, like axe, mace, dagger, spear, bow and arrow. Then they wear, both men and women wear ornaments. They were very fond of ornaments made of gold, silver and copper. So these ornaments were decorated with precious stones. So the discovery of dressing tables, then bronze mirrors and ivory combs goes to show that the people took great interest in beautification of their persons. Then some of the household articles were also found in Indus Harappan sites. That articles of pottery were painted red or black ware of various sizes and shapes of metals, which made of bronze and copper. Then their important amusements were gambling, fishing, bullfighting, dancing and singing. Then clay modeling was introduced by children because many toys were found in, say, Harappan and Mohenjo-daro sites. Then another important unique feature of Indus Valley people is burial system, disposal of dead. There were three methods they used to disposal of dead. That is, one is complete burial, which means burial of the whole body. Second one is fractional burial, that is which means the collection of bones after the exposure of the body to wild birds and beasts. Then post cremation burial, that the ashes were placed in the urns. Most of the historians view that kingdom was governed by priest king. Two capitals, that is Harappa was the capital of north, Mohenjo-daro was the capital of south. So each capital had a same type of population, town planning, including a citadel. So the same Harappa and Mohenjo-daro features were also found in Kalibangan in Rajasthan. Then another important thing is that the central authority, that is uniformity in town planning, drainage system, then pottery vessels, seals. See, all these evidences suggest that the Indus people strong centralized authority and municipal administration. So the Harappan kingdom encompassed large portion of modern Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab and some portion of Rajasthan. Thank you for watching. So finally, the Harappan civilization was the urban civilized people. That people also lived in a health and sanitation life. So it was a important and oldest, largest civilization of the world.